Hey, if you've ever looked at your numbers and thought, we should be making more than this, you're not wrong. It's not that your offer isn't good. It's not that your audience doesn't care. And it's definitely not that you're lazy. It's that your system is leaking. Not visibly, not dramatically, but quietly, in all the invisible places where conversation should have continued, but didn't. Real quick. If we haven't met, I'm Taylor B., Senior Marketing Consultant. I help businesses plug the holes in their customer journey, the ones that kill conversions, confuse buyers, and cost you revenue without you even realizing it. What I'm about to walk you through is a real customer journey map, not the kind that lives in a pitch deck, but the kind that shows how your business either builds trust or loses it silently. This particular map, it's a re-engagement sequence I built for a product-based brand that was bleeding opportunities. Not from bad marketing, but from missing moments. And here's the thing. If you're making even $10 a month right now and you don't have something like this in place, you're leaving money on the table, month after month, quietly, invisibly, but consistently. So I'm going to walk you through what happens when someone lands in your world, the critical moments that businesses usually miss, and what happens financially when you plug the holes. Let's dive in. Hey, if you're watching this, you're probably thinking about the people on your email list who just went quiet. Maybe they opted in months ago, maybe they bought something once, but since then, crickets. Now, here's where most people make the mistake. They assume it's over. They either ignore those people completely or they just delete them to clean the list. Let me tell you right now, that's not strategy. That's self-sabotage. If you're paying for these subscribers, why would you toss them out before even trying to reconnect? What you're looking at here is a simple re-engagement sequence built specifically for a candle brand client of mine that helps restart the relationship without begging for attention. Let's walk through it. First thing, what triggers this sequence? There are a few ways to trigger a re-engagement sequence. Maybe a subscriber hasn't opened your last few emails, hasn't clicked in a while, or hasn't made a purchase recently. For this walkthrough, we're using a simple but powerful trigger: no engagement for 30 to 60 days. It's the sweet spot where someone's still warm but starting to drift, and that's exactly when we want to step in. Now, that doesn't mean they're not interested anymore. It could have been bad timing. Their inbox was flooded. They forgot. Life happened. So instead of assuming they're a lost cause, we assume they just got lost in the sauce, and we re-engage. We used a low-friction quiz as the first re-engagement point. The subject line was something like, "This might be why your space feels off." It's not a hard sell. It's not even about candles yet. It's about curiosity. This gives them a reason to click, a soft re-entry. And when they click, we tag them and drop them into a pre-built quiz funnel that nurtures based on their result. That part's already done. Cool. That segment is handled. But what about the people who don't click? We wait 2 to 3 days and then we send a second spark. This time, it's UGC, user-generated content. Not your voice, theirs. We say most customers miss this part of the ritual, and then we showcase cozy bestsellers, quick testimonials, or even social proof from other buyers. Why? Because sometimes they don't want to hear from you. They want to hear about you. We're gently warming them up, without pressure. Now, if they click this UGC email and open a cart, boom, we tag that behavior. If they buy, we tag them reactivated. If they open a cart but don't buy, they get tagged warming up and dropped into the existing abandoned cart sequence, which was already built out. Either way, we're not losing that lead. We're tracking behavior and responding accordingly. If they don't engage, one more spark. Third spark comes 2 to 3 days later, a soft offer. Nothing pushy, just come back with 10% off. A little free shipping just for you. This email is warm, human, personal. It's written like a note from someone who still wants to help, not a marketer yelling last chance. Again, if they click or purchase, they get tagged. If not, we tag them cold and either suppress or re-loop later. Last bonus move, if they didn't bite but you want to keep the door cracked open, you can loop them back 45 days later with something like, "Your ritual reset starts here. See what's new for the season." Just a light nudge, this even matters. No hard sell. If your business is making $10,000 per month and you don't have something like this in place, You're probably leaking $2,300 every month in missed revenue. That's not theoretical. That's real money left on the table from unfollowed leads, untracked behaviors, cold subs never rewarmed, no abandoned cart follow ups, no segmentation. This is what I call organizational debt. All the money, trust, and opportunity lost because your back end is silent. Now, you might be looking at this and thinking, this feels simple. Exactly. But that's only because this brand already had an ecosystem in place. Quiz funnel, done. Abandoned cart, already built. Post-purchase sequence, set up. Customer tags and behaviors, defined. This re-engagement flow only works smoothly because everything else is supporting it. It's like plugging a new conversation into an already functioning room. No chaos, just connection. And that's the real lesson here. Revenue moves when your back end is in relationship. If you're realizing your back end is mostly vibes and good intentions, it's time to change that. Go to resinnovation.org/diagnostic. Book your free diagnostic session. I'll help you find the leaks, map the right conversations, build a system that does the talking for you. Because strategy isn't about doing more, it's about letting your business breathe better. Let's get into it.